Hey everyone, and welcome back to Chapter 3, Part 2 of the next NFI Hammer series. In this one, I am painting my 3 Necron Scarab Beetles. So I'm starting off with some Leadbelch paint, and I'm going to be doing the legs first. You can see here I've invented this device of a salt shaker, and I put some blue tack on the top. I watched a really good video about how to minimize your hand shaking. I'll put a link in the description below. But yeah, they were talking about needing to brace your hands against the table and not like holding the model directly and putting it on. So yeah, this device cost like 5 cents for the blue tack, I guess. But it was really handy, and I could actually spin the lid around freely, so I could get into different angles without having to move it around. So yeah, I was pretty happy with it. I had some fun with the legs. I wasn't really sure how to kind of go at first. I didn't know if the little ball things at the top were meant to be silver or not, but then I realized they were. But you can see I'm still struggling with getting the paint the right thickness. I think sometimes I've watered it down too much and other times not enough. And getting the little back part of the scarab silver was a bit of a challenge as well, because I bought some new paintbrushes from Kmart for $3, and yeah, they're still not very good. Actually, I think they're worse than the $2 ones that I bought somehow. So hopefully tomorrow I'll go pick up some better brushes. But yeah, I'm just kind of repeating this process for the 3 different beetles. And getting a little bit quicker at it each time. But what I didn't realize is at the back there, which I'm painting silver, this kind of sides of it needs to be a different color. So it's probably would have just been easier just to wait till I'd done the sides and then come back and done them. But you live and you learn. So in a second I'm going to show you what they look like with the legs just painted. So they kind of got these cool silver legs, but the bases are still completely unpainted. So the next color I use is the Runelord Brass. I'll learn to say it eventually. And so this isn't the correct color. I think you're meant to use a slightly different one, but I don't have it. And yeah, you can see here the quality of the brush is really poor. It's just got like one random long hair that the paint has stuck to. So it's made it really difficult to paint anything. Eventually, I just lose patience with it and I just cut it off with a pair of scissors. So yeah, the quality of the brushes is not good. And so I'm trying to avoid painting the ball at the front of the scarab's face, because I'm going to be painting that green, but just sometimes I just wasn't paying enough attention, or my hands were still shaking, or I just was rushing, and so a few times I did not avoid that very well. So this is what the finished product looks like after the second color has been applied. So the light here is very bright, so in real life it shows a much more realistic, much more darker color, but under the bright lights, yeah, they kind of come off a bit different. So here I'm applying some white paint to the dots that I'm going to paint as green. I find that if you use the Corax white before you put the Tesseract glow green paint on, it makes it really pop and kind of show a kind of like a glowing effect. Whereas if you just go straight with the Tesseract glow over the top of any sort of other color, it doesn't really have that same impact. So you can see here my hand's kind of still shaking quite a bit, and I think I've got too much paint on my brush. So here at least I'm using my other fingers to kind of brace, and that's a little bit more effective. So yeah, just keep repeating that process for all 3 of the scarabs until all of the areas that I want to paint green are primed and ready to go. And now I'm applying the green. I find that the Tesseract Glow, it separates itself into two colours in the container. So like it kind of goes this yellow colour, and then down the bottom there's this sediment that's green. So you have to give it a really good shake, but even then I think maybe my pot is too old. I should probably go and try and buy a new one. But yeah, I just kept repeating this. I did a few different coats. I don't bother showing it all. But yeah, this part was actually like the easiest of all of it. So here's the finished product. Again, the lights are much brighter than what they look like in real life, but I'm pretty happy with how they turned out. So the next thing I'm going to tackle is the 10 Necron Warriors. So I've never done anything of that scale before, so it'll be interesting to see how it turns out. Anyway, thanks for watching, and thanks everyone who's commenting, and yeah, see you next time.